Hello all my dear student friends. Welcome to the class of Power Engineering and Refrigeration. We are studying the second chapter, IC engine testing. In the previous class we have seen that the engine performance parameters are very important in order to know the performance of the engine. We are practically testing the engine so that we can know the performance of the engine. So whenever we are testing the engine, we are estimating the various engine performance parameters. And in the previous lecture we have already defined few engine performance parameters like indicated power, brake power, frictional power, mechanical efficiency, thermal efficiency, relative efficiency, volumetric efficiency. Now in today's lecture we are going to define few more engine performance parameters like the brake specific fuel consumption, BSFC, then the indicated thermal efficiency, brake thermal efficiency, the relative efficiency based on indicated power, and the relative efficiency based on brake power. So in the previous class we have studied the thermal efficiency. In this class we will study the two types of thermal efficiencies, that is the indicated thermal efficiency and the brake thermal efficiency. In the previous class we have studied the relative efficiency. In this class we will study the two types of relative efficiency, that is the relative efficiency based on indicated power and the relative efficiency based on brake power. So let us go ahead, my dear friends. So BSFC is nothing but the brake specific fuel consumption. So this brake specific fuel consumption is the ratio of mass of fuel consumed in kg per hour. So how much mass of fuel is consumed in kg per hour? So in 1 hour, how much kilogram of the mass of fuel is consumed? That is divided by the brake power of the engine in kilowatt. So the mass of fuel consumed in kilojoule per hour divided by the brake power in kilowatt is nothing but the brake specific fuel consumption. So in this definition we must take the particular units only. For example, for mass of the fuel the unit must be kg only, and we should find the mass of fuel consumed per hour only. If we know the mass of fuel consumed per minute, then we should multiply it by 60 so that we get the mass of fuel consumed in kg per hour, and at the same time the brake power also must be in kilowatt. Then only we get the right value of this term brake specific fuel consumption, and we can compare the performance of two engines based on this parameter, that is the brake specific fuel consumption. Now we have studied in the previous lectures thermal efficiency, which is the ratio of the heat equivalent of the power developed by engine to the heat supplied by combustion of fuel in the engine. Then we also studied the relative efficiency, which is the ratio of the thermal efficiency to the air standard efficiency. The volumetric efficiency is defined as the ratio of actual volume of the charge admitted during suction stroke at NTP condition to the swept volume of the piston. So we already studied this. Brake specific fuel consumption, BSFC, is the ratio of the mass of fuel consumed in kg per hour to the brake power in kilowatt. So these definitions we are just trying to study at a glance. In short, quickly, we are going for the revision. Now let us study the thermal efficiency based on indicated power or indicated thermal efficiency. So the indicated thermal efficiency is the ratio of indicated power to the heat supplied by combustion of fuel in the engine. So the indicated power is the numerator and the denominator is the heat supplied by the combustion of fuel in the engine. So how much part of the heat supplied by the combustion of fuel in the engine is converted into indicated power, that is revealed from this ratio, which is the indicated thermal efficiency. Now the thermal efficiency is based on brake power also, that is called as the brake thermal efficiency. So brake thermal efficiency is the ratio of brake power to the heat supplied by the combustion of fuel in the engine. So the brake power divided by the heat supplied by the combustion of fuel in the engine is nothing but brake thermal efficiency. So it may be the indicated thermal efficiency or the brake thermal efficiency. The denominator is same. Denominator is heat supplied by combustion of fuel in the engine. Heat supplied by combustion of fuel in the engine, that is the common denominator. And the numerator, there is only change in the numerator. In case of indicated thermal efficiency, the numerator is indicated power, and in case of brake thermal efficiency, the numerator is brake power. First of all, we already defined the thermal efficiency. So we have defined thermal efficiency as the ratio of the power, the ratio of the heat equivalent of the power developed by the engine to the heat supplied by combustion of fuel in the engine. So the thermal efficiency defines how much part of the heat supplied by the combustion of the fuel in the engine is converted into power, is converted into shaft work. So that is indicated by the term thermal efficiency. So thermal efficiency can be either indicated thermal efficiency or it can be brake thermal efficiency, depending upon whether we are considering indicated power or we are considering the brake power. But the denominator is same. Denominator is heat supplied by combustion of fuel in the engine. Now we are also defined the relative efficiency. The relative efficiency already we are defined. So relative efficiency based on indicated power is the ratio of the indicated thermal efficiency to the air standard efficiency in the same temperature range. First of all, in the previous class we have defined the relative efficiency. So the relative efficiency is the ratio of the indicated thermal efficiency. Relative efficiency is the ratio of the thermal efficiency to the air standard efficiency in the same temperature range. But here we are defining relative efficiency based on indicated power, which is the ratio of indicated thermal efficiency and the air standard efficiency in the same temperature range. So the temperature range is very important, because the air standard efficiency depends only on the temperature range. If the temperature range changes, the air standard efficiency also changes. So if we really want to compare the efficiency, really we are interested to find the relative efficiency, then we must take the same temperature range. We cannot change the temperature range. So the actual efficiency, the standard efficiency, depends upon the temperature range. Relative efficiency based on brake power. So the relative efficiency based on brake power is the ratio of brake thermal efficiency to the air standard efficiency in the same temperature range. So again denominator is same, that is the air standard efficiency in the same temperature range. Because this is the relative efficiency based on the indicated power, we are taking in the numerator the indicated thermal efficiency. And here, in order to find the relative efficiency based on brake power, the numerator is nothing but brake thermal efficiency. Now since we are defining this as the relative efficiency, this is the ratio of the efficiencies. So in the numerator as well as denominator we are having the efficiencies. In the numerator also we are having efficiency. In the denominator also we are having efficiency. So efficiency divided by efficiency is the relative efficiency. Right? So that difference you must try to understand, and along those lines we have to go ahead. So thank you my dear friends.